on, or someone tells me that I'm on. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit. All right, let's see. Am I on? I'm getting on soon. Let's see. Here we go. Got some things to talk about with the dessert. Here we go. All right. I see that we're on. Good job. Thank you, Sally. I'm sorry for the confusion. It's easier than it always looks. So let's see what we got here. I see my face. All right. Look at that. I just saw how bald I am. Wow. Look at that, huh? Okay, everyone. Welcome. And again, welcome to Tiramisu Tuesday. Very exciting. I hope there's a lot of people watching. I don't know if there are. Let's see. Let's just double check. Okay. All right. So, welcome to Tiramisu Tuesday. Taz, if you're out there, this dessert's for you today, and for all the other women that requested it. But Taz especially, because she went far beyond the Call of Duty. It looks like I'm upside down. Am I upside down? Let me see. Yeah, we're a little upside down here today. Let's see if we can fix that. All right, how are we going to fix that now? I'm going to take the camera, and I'm going to adjust it. All right, how's that? I'm going to put this down. Okay. Alright folks, I'm just adjusting the camera. I'm a little upside down here. Let's see. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Why are we upside down? Hello? Why am I upside down? Let me see. Can everybody see me? Am I upside down here? Let's see what we got. Shouldn't be upside down. Okay, I'm still upside down. Don't ask me why. Okay, we're back. All right, everybody. Again, I'm going to try one more time. One more time. Welcome to COVID-19. Iron Chef in the kitchen making tiramisu. All right. So, is anyone out there today? Anyone at all? Let me see your hands. Give me a message. Anything. Come on, folks. Let me know you're out there so I can begin. All right. Somebody just sent something here. Taz is here. Okay, Taz. This dessert's for you. Everything's looking good. Thank you, Taz. I appreciate it. Nothing looks as good as what you did for me this week, by the way. All right. So we're going to make some tiramisu. I have everything we need for it. It's a very simple dessert. People may think it's complicated. It's only complicated if you read other desserts, other tiramisu recipes, where they ask you to put the egg in and everything else. You do not need that. Nowadays, you do not need to put any egg in or anything like that. Okay. So, tiramisu became popular, more popular in the 1960s, okay? That's supposedly when it was invented. Okay, it was invented in a town in the Veneto region of northern Italy, okay, in the town of Treviso. Treviso had a restaurant called Le Bicchieri, which means the glass. And there was a confectionery guy who owned it by the name of Roberto Linguinato, okay? Roberto Linguinato was the first to introduce it supposedly into restaurants. But it has a sordid past, tiramisu, especially in the late 19th century and into the 20th century in the town of Treviso, in the brothels, actually. That's where supposedly it really was originated, tiramisu, or a type of tiramisu. Tiramisu is been nicknamed the sexy dessert. It's an aphrodisiac. Okay, that's what it's being classified as. In all the brothels, they kept it there for an aphrodisiac for their customers. Also, it relieved a lot of sexual tension once they ate it. It took a lot of stress away from them. And I guess because the ingredients, the coffee and everything like that, they nicknamed it the sexy dessert. Okay, and it really means pull me up or pick me up in Italian. Okay, which makes sense because of the coffee and the sweetness, gives the people energy. Okay, while they're in the brothels and stuff like that. So that's an interesting fact about tiramisu. Some people think it's from Japan, tiramisu, because they get confused with the miso soup, but it's not. It's strictly Italian. So tiramisu, once I make it, you guys can make it yourselves. And I just thought of a great show, one of our shows to complement it. I would say Pazuzu and tiramisu would be a great combination, no? So we're going to start our recipe now, and we're going to make our tiramisu. I'm a little disappointed. I don't see too many people. It could be me. It could be my Facebook. But we'll see what happens, okay? All right. So let's get started. Like everything you do, everything you cook has to be well executed. In order to well execute everything, you need to have all your ingredients already done, which is called mise en place in French, right beside you. So for us to make the tiramisu itself, I have here a pint. We're going to use a pint of heavy cream. We're going to make whipped cream first. Okay, then I have about a pint of mascarpone cheese. I may not use all of it, but I'm going to whip it anyway when I fold it in and see how much I need. I have a cup of 10x sugar right here for our whipped cream. Last time I only used half a cup. I'm going to use a little more because this is a sweet dessert, and I want to make it very sweet. So I'm going to use probably the whole cup. And we're going to make the whipped cream, but we're going to make the French way called crème chantilly. Okay, and you guys are going to love it, because I know you're going to love it. Okay, then we're also going to put in about a tablespoon of vanilla extract, okay, into our whipped cream. All right, then when we get into assembling the tiramisu, we have the Saviato, or the ladyfingers. Okay, I got some nice ladyfinger cookies here that my wife got me. I only got 1 pack. If you want to make a larger pan, I would suggest getting 2 packs. But I think the cream would be enough for you. And then we're going to have our coffee right here, which is, I used Montero Cafe coffee. I made about 3 cups. We'll talk about what coffee to use once it's all done. All right, we got everybody coming on now. We got Joan. How are you, Joan? We got Danielle. Okay, I guess that's all I need. That's all I need to make this dessert, to motivate me right there. So we're going to get started. I said we have the coffee. And then last but not least, when we finish it off, I have some nice cocoa in the shaker that we're going to put on top. And I'm going to show you how to display it in a couple of ways today. Okay, because I don't have a full pan to make. I have a small pan here, and that's what we're going to do. So first, we're going to start off, okay, by whipping our cream. Okay, so I have my pint right here, my pint of heavy cream. We're going to empty all that into our mixing bowl. Of course, we're going to use a whip. Okay, now the best thing to do when you make whipped cream is to take your bowl, put it in the refrigerator, or actually put it in the freezer before you use it, so it's nice and cold. The colder it is, the faster your whipped cream is going to be. So that's what I did. And then obviously you're going to have your heavy cream in the refrigerator for a long time. So I'm going to put it down, I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to start off slow, and then I'm going to work my way into fast. Now, When you make creme chantilly the French way, which is a type of whipped cream, before you add your sugar, now if anyone uses regular granulated sugar, shame on you. You gotta use the 10x sugar, okay? That's the best. And then the vanilla also goes in as well. Madagascar vanilla or fresh vanilla bean would be perfect. So what's gonna happen is, this is gonna become a certain viscosity, okay, before it turns into whipped cream. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna capture it when it's in a viscosity similar to oil. We'll change to oil, so it's going to be like oil. That's when we're going to add our ingredients in. And then we're going to whip it really good. I want it nice and firm for the dessert. Then after that, we're going to whip our mascarpone cheese just to make it a little softer, because we're going to fold it into the whipped cream. Alright, so I'm going. Let's see what we got here. Again, I may not use all this mascarpone cheese. It may depend on how much whipped cream you whip. Okay, let's see. Do a little further here. Let's check out the viscosity of it. Okay, so I'm looking right now. Not quite there yet. I want it a little more syrupy. So we're gonna try it again, just a little more. It's getting there. Okay, I'm gonna stop it, and I'm gonna show you pretty much what I'm talking about. Okay, see that? It's kind of similar to egg whites. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in that 10x sugar. All right, right there. That's perfect. Okay, it's about a cup, 8 ounces of 10x sugar. All right, got that in there. Then I'm going to throw in my vanilla extract too. All right. Now, I'm going to finish whipping off my cream. And here we go. All right, got Greg DeFilippo. That's DeFilippo, Tony Walker. Not DeFilippo. That's DeFilippo. Got Tom Galati. Tom, how are you? How's the cars going? All your beautiful cars I see in your nice, beautiful garage. All right, so we're gonna whip that up good. I want nice, firm whipped cream for my tiramisu. All right, then we're gonna taste it. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. We're gonna keep whipping that up there. It's getting there. We don't want to whip it into butter, because that can happen if you over whip the cream. But we're getting there. Starting to congeal now. Yeah, this is creme chantilly, the way the French make it, with the vanilla and the 10x sugar. Perfect. You can make this, you can put it on your desserts, on your pies, anything you want to do. Yep, we're getting there. Ooh, look at that, that's beautiful. A little more. Look at that. Everybody see that there? I'm going to show you when I take it out. Alright, we're going to stop it now. At this point, look at that. See how it's sticking? That's beautiful whipped cream. Look at that. I'm going to take that little spoonful. Look at that right there. See? Ooh. Wow. That's sweet, which is the way we want it for our tiramisu. I'm going to just give it a couple more beats, and then we're going to put it aside, do our mascarpone cheese, and fold it in, and then start our assembly of the tiramisu. Okay. Just a little more. All right, here we go. That's it. It's beautiful. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. You can put this into whatever you want now. Let's take this. See our whipped cream now? See that? That's beautiful. That's how you want it. Okay. now I'm going to take my mascarpone cheese. I'm going to whip that and then fold it in. All right. No need to sweeten the mascarpone cheese because you got plenty of sweetness in with the whipped cream. All right, put that in here. All right. One moment, let's flip this in. Okay, we're gonna put this down, lock it in, and we're gonna whip our mascarpone cheese just to soften it up a bit. It's similar to ricotta and cream cheese actually, but it has a taste all its own, the mascarpone. All its own. Okay. Sorry, hey, what's up, Greg? So I'm not answering everybody right now. I want to just get this dessert done. Then we could have our conversations. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right, so we're gonna lift this up. We're gonna take this out. I'm gonna bang all the cheese out of it. Gonna make our wonderful dessert now. Put that there. Okay. So we softened up our mascarpone cheese right here. Right there, you can see that, and we're gonna fold it into our whipped cream now. But first, let's get this out of the way. Gonna get our mixer out of the way, and we're gonna put our whipped cream right here. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. So we're gonna move it up like this. All right, now folding it's not what you think it is. It's a different process. All right, so I'm putting a little in at a time, and we're gonna fold it in. Okay, so we got that. Now the fold, you take your whipped cream and you come down, and you just simply fold in the mascarpone like this. Okay, just like that. And we fold in that mascarpone cheese right in there. See how I'm doing it? Take half, turn it, and fold it in. That's what's called a fold, everybody. Okay, not everybody can fold. For some reason, people have a problem with it. I'm going to put a little more mascarpone cheese in there. I'm going to save the rest because I think I got plenty. So we got one more round of mascarpone cheese to fold in. And then we're going to make some heaven here. The aphrodisiac, as they call it, of tiramisu. So once you make it, have it with your loved one tonight, and you're going to be all right. Okay. There you go. All right, it's pretty much folded in pretty good. Okay. Good, perfect. See how it's nice and folded in there? That's our tiramisu cream. All right, now we're going to make our tiramisu dessert. Here we go. We're going to put our cream aside. I have here a small pan, glass, deep dish. Okay, you can get a bigger one if you want to make it, which means you're going to need a little more sabbiato. I only bought one package. If you want to make more, you should get 2 packages of sabbiato and maybe a little more heavy cream. Maybe you want to start with a quart, but keep the mascarpone to a pint anyway. All right. So we're going to take our coffee. I have right here Montoro Cafe coffee from Bob Johnston, one of our sponsors. And I have my little ladle here. Before I do that, I'm going to see the situation with my sabbiatos. How I'm going to lay them down into this dessert. Let's see what I got here. Here we go. All right, let's see. They're pretty big. Wife did a pretty good job. Getting some nice Saviados. I'm going to go like this. So I'm going to put them this way. Okay. These are nice. They're firm. Once you put the coffee in, then they got to get nice and soft with the dessert. We're going to put them this way now. I'm going to do 2 layers. I like to just do 2 layers. And one more here. Okay, in fact, we're going to break a little piece of this off to make it fit better. There you go. Look at that. How is that? Okay. Now we have our Saviados placed in here, our first layer. And now we're going to take our coffee and we're going to put our coffee onto the Saviado. Let me see if I can back this up a little bit so you can see it better. Push it down. Okay. I think everybody can see that now. All right, so here we go. We're going to assemble the tiramisu now. Mr. Bozy, how are you, Mr. Bozy? Okay. We're going to take our coffee and we're going to douse our Saviados, our ladyfingers, with our coffee. We're going to soak it nice. Don't be shy with the coffee. Here we go. That's going to be delicious. Okay, so we got that. Now we're going to put our cream in there. All right, let's put our cream in. Okay, I'm going to take, because I got big hands, I got a small offset spatula that's going to help me spread the cream out. And we're going to do that right now. Let's see. Here we go. Spread it out nice and even if we can. A little more. Okay. Now we're gonna put more Saviados in there. Everybody see that? Okay. That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. All right, almost done. Almost done. It turns out we have enough Saviados just to make this. See if we can put this in here. And let's break up another one here. Okay. Now, we're going to put more cream on there. Okay. Okay, that should be enough. I'll have a little left to make a couple of mini desserts. And here we go. Like I said, get yourself a nice offset spatula. It evens out everything when you want it to. I don't know if I put any coffee on there, actually, did I? Maybe I didn't. I might have forgotten to put some coffee on that, on those Saviatos, so shame on me. Okay. All right, so we got that in there. Yep, looks like I forgot to put some of that coffee on those Saviatos, so you guys remember to do that. I guess I haven't made this in a while. I kind of forgot a little bit of it. But that's okay. All right, so we got that there. Everybody see that? And we're gonna take our cocoa now, and we're gonna dust the top. And there we have it. Voila. There is your tiramisu. Right there. We're gonna refrigerate it. But we're not going to refrigerate this one because it's the only one we have, and we want to show you what it's going to look like. Okay, again, I apologize, I forgot to put that other bit of coffee in there. But what we're going to do now is we're going to show you how to do a little dessert now, but with the leftover cream. Okay, so we're going to take that coffee, put it in the cup. So in case you don't want to make a big layer thing, you could just put coffee in a cup. Right? And then take a spoon. Take a spoon. Put a little tiramisu in there. It looks like we just have enough for one. Tiramisu in there. So that's something else you can do. Put a little dusting of cocoa on that. Hope that looks good. And then we're going to take our Saviato and put that in as well. Take a Saviato and we're going to place that in there. And voila, we have a little dessert right there. Okay, so does everybody see what we made? We made tiramisu in the pan. Again, forgive me, I didn't put that last layer of coffee in, but that's okay. It's still going to be good. We put our cocoa, then I made one individual dessert right there with the coffee. That looks great. Just take this, put this over here, and then we're going to wait a little bit, let this settle, and then we're going to crack it open and see what it looks like, okay? So I got my plate there, my tray, and we're going to take care of that in a minute. All right, so now we're going to take a look at all your messages and go over them and stuff and get on the way with the rest of the show. All right, here we go. Now, some people like to put chocolate shavings on top. or a combination of both. Okay, I prefer cocoa. Get yourself a nice Dutch cocoa. Put it on there. That's always good to get. Let me see. Let me sit down here. All right. Bear with me, folks. I'm just trying to get comfortable. All right, now. Look at the sides. If you can see the sides of that. So it's nice about deep dish. Gonna let that settle again a little bit. Then we're gonna cut it. And we got the other dessert right here. These are kind of nice when you have company, like, or you just want to stick it in the refrigerator for the kids. You can do that as well. All right, well, let me see about doing this in the camera here now, so you guys can see my lovely face. Hey, there I am. How's that? Oh, God. Okay. There we go. Just want to say happy birthday to a friend of mine out there, Matt Graffinino. He lives in Olympia, Washington. Matt, happy birthday. He's celebrating his 50th birthday. And then next month I'll be celebrating my 60th birthday. So we're 10 years apart. Had a very strong friendship about 25 years ago, and then we became friends again on Facebook when I found out he moved out to Washington. So happy birthday, Matt. I have an aunt. It's going to be 94. Happy birthday, Aunt Jean. I also want to say good luck to a friend of ours from Govsradio, Valentina. Good luck. And I guess that's it. She does the Long Island Breakfast Club, and she's always been a good friend to me. And I just wanted to say thank you for being a friend. Basically, that was it. All right. So what do we got here? We got some messages here. We got Taz says I look good. Thanks, Taz. Well, Taz, you make me look good. That's why. When you do the drawings, Danielle is here again, and of course Mama Joan. So we got the cutie pies here, and Taz. I think I want to call you Petunia, if that's all right with you, because Taz is a little Petunia. I'm gonna call her that. What else? Tony Walker. Tony, not French fries. I hope you like tiramisu. I don't know if you do. Greg DiFilippo, I said hello to already. Jeff Bosey, how are you, Jeff? Hope work's going good for you. Let's see. And you're a ghost. Ha ha ha. All right. Whatever that means. Let's see. Danielle seems to like the dessert. And yes, Taz, I did forget the second layer in the coffee. Very nervous, I guess. I forgot it. But it's still going to taste good. We could always add it on if we want to this piece. All right, before I even start with the tiramisu, I just want to show everybody what Taz did. Taz, this was Taz. She made this for me, nice logo. I'm going to use it. It's me and my engineer Ryan, who is my son also as well, if no one knows that. Great picture. Ryan loves it. You actually captured him very well. Very well. And actually, I think this is going to be available. You could get a t-shirt or a mug or anything like that with that particular caricature at teespring.com. So go to teespring.com, look it up. It should be there, or it will be there, and you can purchase it. It's a great logo, and Taz did it. Okay, so I think it looks great. Does it look like me? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, it looks like me, but definitely nailed Ryan good. You definitely nailed Ryan good. And of course, Taz included all the goodies we have. The cannolis, the popcorn, pepperoni pizza, and hamburgers, which is everything that Ryan and I like, actually, that we share in common, which is great. But no French fries. Sorry, Tony, no French fries. So we got that. Now, as far as the dessert goes, there's a couple of variations you can do. Like I use Montoro Cafe Coffee, which is a 100% Arabica Colombian coffee. I made it a little stronger because I like it stronger. You could use an espresso. You could use some of the darker roasts, like a French roast, an Italian roast. You could use a Sumatra. Okay, that would be nice. If you want to add a little zing, a little more taste to it, which unfortunately I didn't have, you could add liquor to it. And there's a couple ways you could do that. Now, if you're going to use Kahlua, just mix it in with your coffee when you put it on there. If you're going to use, let's say, Bailey's Irish Cream, I would put that into my whipped cream, right? When I add my sugar and my vanilla, I would add probably about maybe a tablespoon or two of the Bailey's Irish Cream to give it the flavor in the whipped cream. And then you could also do that as well with Frangelica. Okay, people like Frangelica. It's like that hazelnut thing. You could do that. And then also there's a lot of the creamers out now that have a lot of different flavors. You could also do that and add that to the whipped cream as well. Like they have a lot of different flavors, like an almond coconut. They have all different types that you could use for your tiramisu. What else? What you could do with the tiramisu? You could you don't have to necessarily use ladyfingers. Okay, one time during the holiday, I used, if anyone knows what the panettone bread is, that's an Italian bread that you get usually during the holidays. It's a dry kind of pound cake looking thing. You could do that as well, which is dynamite actually. I made that. I brought it to my sister's. It was gone in about 2 or 3 minutes. Everything was gone. I was lucky even to get some. So you could do that as well with the tiramisu. All right, cover the alcohol. The coffee too. You could get a flavored coffee. You could get a hazelnut coffee. I have a salted caramel coffee. If I felt like it, I could have used that today, which would have gave it a nice salty sweet type of tiramisu. But I chose not to. All right, so I'm gonna cut into this tiramisu now, and I'm gonna ask my wife if she would like some. We're gonna see. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna cut into it now. Ready? I got my little spatula. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Do a little. Okay, so we got. Here we go. Pour a little coffee around it. So we missed some. And here we go. Honey, would you like some tiramisu?
I want to try.
And here we go. Here's our tiramisu. I put a little coffee on the bottom because I missed it on that thing. But there you go, folks. Look at that. That looks great, doesn't it? Obviously, when you refrigerate, it gets a little more soggy. Can I get a fork too, please?
Sure.
It's all right.
Wait, is this yours, mine?
That's yours.
That's a lot.
All right, don't worry about it.
Okay.
You know what? I don't need a fork. I got a spoon here, right here. I'm gonna do that. All right, so wife's looking at that. I'm gonna use the cup to taste my cream and everything like that. That's what I'm gonna do. In the meantime, I'm gonna add some of this to it. And here we go. We cut open into tiramisu. I don't know if you can see that. We have our layers and everything. The wife is gonna be enjoying it in about a minute. And I'm going to be eating this tiramisu right now. Wishing you guys were here to taste it. Okay. Delicious. Not disappointed at all. Very good. Let's see, what do we got here? It says here, Sumatra, I guess Taz's grandmother likes that coffee, the Sumatra. I like it as well. It's amongst my favorites, you know. Nice Sumatra. It's also nice to have. But But here we go. We got some more here. Look at that. Look at that, huh? Look at that. It's got the coffee flavor. It's got the mascarpone cheese flavor. It's got the cocoa. Okay, and by the way, you use unsweetened cocoa because it's so sweet. You don't need to have a sugary cocoa. And the whipped cream, the creme chantilly, adds even more flavor to it. Okay, with the sugar and the vanilla extract. Very good. I have to say this is really good. I have some mascarpone cheese left over, which I'll use. But this is heaven. And you can understand why it's an aphrodisiac, because it's got a lot of pleasure in one cup. Wow, this is really, really good. Another thing, which I haven't done, which I wanted to experiment with, the Greeks make something called the simple syrup, which is taking half sugar and half water and boiling it together, and it becomes syrupy. The sugar obviously creates the syrup. So if you take like a cup of water and a cup of sugar, you put it in a pot and it becomes syrupy. Then I thought maybe you add your coffee to it, so now you have like a syrup type of coffee going in, almost like a Kahlua, you know, almost like a regular liquor. And I think that might be good as well. But I'm sure Tony right now is eating a all-American burger with fries. Tony, this is your dessert. Hopefully you like this kind of dessert, but this is your dessert after that. After that, you'll be in heaven. You won't care about anything frustrating at home or Sally nagging you, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, but this is a real delicious dessert, I have to say. I like my cannolis, but if you had to compare tiramisu to cannolis, it would be like comparing the cannoli to like a Jimmy Roselli song or a Jerry Bale song. The tiramisu would be like comparing it to a Andre Botticelli song, like Time to Say Goodbye or an operatic type of song. Because once you taste the tiramisu and it enters your palate and everything like that, it's just amazing. You know, cannoli's good, but the tiramisu will take you further into heaven. And that's the job of a chef, is actually to make something good and take you into heaven. And I wish you were here, because we would all take a nice trip up there into heaven by eating this tiramisu. Honey, how do you like it?
Really good.
It's really good, right? See? One of my best fans. Well, we got enough here for after dinner tonight. This is good. Wow. I'm overwhelmed. There is a party in my mouth right now that I can't explain. It's just really delicious. So anyway, it's been a pleasure cooking for you guys. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. So far, this is, I think, our third or fourth show. Our last show with the cannolis did amazing. We had over 2,000 people, if not, we're getting close now to 2,500, which indicates to me that obviously I'm doing my job as a chef and that I'm making some pretty good stuff out there. So hopefully when we get back to the studio, maybe we'll see what we could do, maybe a different show, or in addition to Let's Eat LI. I don't know, it depends on what they allow me, but I have some ideas. It may not necessarily be me cooking, but it could be other people cooking as well. But this is delicious. Again, no need for that old way of doing the eggs and trying to make a custard out of it. No need. Between the whipped cream and whipping of the mascarpone, you're fine. Tiramisu is also very similar to an Italian dessert, a couple of them, called like Zupa Inglés. I don't know if anybody knows that one. Also, Zabaione. Zabaione is like a made from egg yolks and everything. And we got to be very careful with it. And then they add Marsala wine to it. A lot of old Italian restaurants have it. If you go to Brooklyn, probably like Gargiulo's will have it. Any kind of place like that. Mm-mm. Well, next week we're gonna go back to an entree. I'm going to make a pork chop dish. I know Bonnie, who's not watching right now, she wanted some kind of pork chops. So we're gonna make. I will be doing Quarantine Life on Thursday, coming this Thursday at 2 o'clock. I don't know really what to do. I'm going to attempt singing. Okay, and if you saw my promo for it, I call it, I believe, La Musica nella Cucina, which means music in the kitchen. I'm going to sing here right in this kitchen, but I'm going to transform myself into Felice Cantate, which is a character who will sing, so you don't have to blame me for the lousy singing. You could blame Felice Cantate. I'm going to be transforming into Felice Cantate. I got the idea actually from, I don't know if you remember, what's his name? This is Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman did this character. I forgot who it was. I think it was Vic or something. A lot of you comics out there would probably remember. He did this alter ego type of thing where he became this singer, this nightclub singer and everything like that. It was great. So I figured, why not? I'll have an alter ego. I'll call myself Felice Cantate. And if I'm bad, who cares? You know, you're not going to blame me. You're going to blame Felice Cantate. So we're going to do that. I'm only going to sing probably like 3 or 4 songs. I find singing is very difficult. You have to actually really find the right songs for you. This way you don't do such a bad job. It's all in what you pick and what you sing. Like, I wouldn't do anything difficult. I probably would do songs that 4 or 5 verses, that's about it. But I'm going to try it. I got to find some speakers. My alter ego will be filling in for me, and he will be singing for Quarantine Life. Okay, what else we got here? Anything else before we sign off? We're almost done. That tiramisu was delicious. In fact, I'm going to put a little more in my cup here, I think, and I'm going to have some more. Or I'm going to wait till later tonight. I think I might do that. All right. And then Taz is going to say she will make tiramisu to watch Pazuzu this weekend, which is great. A friend of mine, Tony K, is watching. Gentleman I knew since I was 14 years old. We went to high school together. We also went to Italy together. So, Tony, tiramisu. I don't know if we had tiramisu when we were in Italy, though. I don't think, where we were, I don't know if it was a hot dessert. But I know we should have had tiramisu if we were there, but I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I was only like 16. Him and I, we were roaming the streets of Florence and Venice and Rome, and we were just two guys that trying to learn what the world was about back then. So, Tony, thanks for watching. I guess you're gonna have to watch the beginning of the show to learn how to make tiramisu. So, thank you for watching right now. What else we got going on here? I think that's it. I think I probably lost a few of you guys along the way. All right, so tomorrow you got Three's Company. Thursday, and obviously you have Knock 'em Dead from 11 to 12 all this week, except for Wednesday. Tomorrow you have Eric and Danielle. I think it's called Chick Chat. I think that's it. I watch it most of the time. Sometimes I'm in the middle of something I can't, and I just watch it later on. But it's a good show. Danielle, unfortunately, will not be singing. Did not sing this Sunday. And Danielle, I'm not trying to steal your thunder at all. In fact, once you hear me, you probably say, well, I don't have to worry about any competition there. But I have really nothing else to do. I can do magic tricks, but I don't know what my magic tricks are. So we're gonna have to try and sing. My wife would actually sing, and she sings in the church choir, and she also leads the church choir, and she has a beautiful voice. And she intends to wear her headphones during that show, so she doesn't have to hear me. But I did sing in the choir for her, and I guess I did a decent job then. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, looking forward to it. Tony wants me to make the tiramisu now. I can't, Tony. I'm out of everything. I made it. You're going to have to watch the show. This is it right here. Look how beautiful that looks. Yum, yum. Once this is refrigerated, it even gets better. You know? And you really didn't need that much. I mean, the coffee on the bottom has soaked up a lot of coffee, so that kind of compensates for my stupidity. All right, so Taz is leaving. Taz, thank you very much. Once again, this is what Taz did. Go on teespring.com, get yourself a t-shirt or a mug, and enjoy, or whatever they have, socks, towels. Teespring.com, you'll be supporting the station. People like myself, people like Pazuzu, people like Three's Company, so that we can continue and do good with our shows and help out the station. Hopefully we're going to be remodeling. I'm still trying to get, I want you all to every show, where every Knock 'em Dead show, I want you to say, Sally, Felix needs a microwave and a coffee maker. Remember that every show, someone has to mention that. And either I'll be dead, or I'll have my coffee maker and my microwave, which I think is very important when I have guests. So, all right. So I'm going to sign off. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tiramisu lesson. Once again, very simple dish. You start off, you make creme chantilly, which is whipped cream the French way, with 10x powder and vanilla extract. And then you take mascarpone cheese and you whip that also to make it very pliable, and you fold it into your whipped cream. All right, then you get coffee and your saviados, which are your ladyfingers, and you pour the coffee over the saviados to soften them up and give the flavor of the coffee into the tiramisu. Then you put a layer of your tiramisu cream, saviados, coffee, and then cream again, and then you top it off with some nice unsweetened cocoa, probably Dutch cocoa or something like that. And you're going to get a beautiful dish that looks like this. What do you think? Again, tiramisu is an aphrodisiac. They used to serve it, again, in brothels in Italy, in northern Italy. I think it was Treviso. It was, the name of the town was, or is, Treviso. Okay. Or you could go to a restaurant if it's still there, La Bicchiere. And Tony, if you know, remember your Italian, that means the glass. And get some there. Okay, yeah. Where's the cannolis? Oh, man, who said that? Tony, I made the cannolis last week. What happened to you? I'll tell you what, when we get together with the guys, I'll make some cannolis. And we'll have that for dessert, or I'll make some tiramisu, whatever it is. We'll get together after this whole COVID thing is over, and I'll bring the cannolis and the tiramisu, and we'll have a great time with that. That's it. So I want to thank everybody again for watching for the 4th time. This is COVID-19 Iron Chef. Hopefully you enjoyed everything. We'll see you next week. We're going to be doing pork chops. I'm going to be on Quarantine Life this Thursday with my alter ego, Felice Cantate. And we're going to try and do some tunes. And we're going to talk about restaurants that are open and who's doing what, curbside, and discounts, and everything else. So take care. Enjoy your day. It was a pleasure cooking the tiramisu for her. Not cooking, but making the tiramisu, because there was no cooking involved. And that's it. Take care. Signing off.